Hey everybody, it's the Musical Gamer here. I have some pretty bad news, actually. For those of you who noticed, and those of you who may not have noticed, there are no videos of Persona 4 Arena on my channel anymore, and the reason for that being is that I took them all down. Because I got a copyright strike on one of the videos. I got a copyright strike on video 7 of P4 Arena, and subsequently I removed it in all of my other videos. Now, this leads to a very, very serious issue because, and this one I didn't think was going to happen. It was a little more serious than I thought. I had originally thought that I ran the series at the risk knowing that that could happen and that it was a very likely possibility that it would, but I thought to myself that, well, if it did happen, it'd be one copyright strike on my account. Whoops, slap on the wrist. YouTube does give other chances. I'll take down that video, any of the other videos, and we'll move on from there and try not to repeat the offense. Unfortunately, that was not the case. There is another serious issue that comes along with it, which I was unaware of that would happen. You all know that I have a time limit removal on my account, meaning I can upload videos of any length above the normal 15-minute time limit that normal YouTubers are given when they first make an account. That has been taken away. I have had that privilege removed by YouTube, and apparently there's no way to get it back from my position. Because in order to get it back, I would need to do one of two things. One, become a partner, which, as I've explained in my Q&A video, I cannot do because Google disabled my monetization abilities because of some false flagging issue that I tried to clear up for the past year, but they refused to listen. And the other option number 2, is to file a counterclaim, which I am not going to do because I do not want to get my ass landed in jail, because they do have every right to file the copyright claim. It's just, it was a little more serious than I thought, which leads us to this discussion, this very serious discussion about the future, and I honestly don't know what to do. The issue I'm facing right now is that because of that time limit removal, I am now going to have to split every video I have recorded to this point and not uploaded into 15-minute or less chunks, which is going to be more of an issue than I would like to deal with. But I'm going to have to if I want to keep the channel going, which means series like Valkyria Chronicles, which were only really working effectively because I was able to upload in 20 to 30-minute chunks, are now going to be extremely, extremely long. I never really wanted to make a chapter more than 5 parts. Now, the bare minimum, I can probably get a chapter that would be normally 5 parts with the no time limit will be at least 10. Which means it'll be a week and a half before most of you will see the end of a chapter late game. Which I really don't want to have to do, and it's really, really annoying and bad that this happened. Now, I want to talk about how this happened. On video 7, or actually no, I'll save that for the end. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to ask you viewers for your opinions on what exactly I should do, because I'm at a loss and I don't really know what the best course of action is. I have 3 options that I'm laying out for myself. Option number 1 is to quit Let's Playing altogether and move on because it's really hard for me in my life at school to do this and keep up all my coursework. In fact, most of my coursework has suffered for the past year. I wouldn't want to say because of this, but just because I was so busy, and being a vocal major, I need to take good care of my voice. Meaning that if I'm not feeling well, or if I've sung too much in a day, or used my voice too much in a day, I can't record. It's a big problem. But that's option number 1. I really don't want to have to do that, and I want to avoid quitting as much as possible. Option number 2 is to continue as if nothing happened, well, other than the fact that now everything's going to be 15 minutes long. And I can do this. I don't really have much of an issue. It's going to be really annoying Series are going to take 2 to 4 times longer to finish at this rate, because I am probably not going to be able to get back this privilege, because the only way I know of that people have gotten this privilege back of 15-minute plus uploads were through becoming partners or filing a counterclaim and having that counterclaim successful. Like during the counterclaim scare incident 2 years ago, back when I first joined. The same incident that caused people like Nintendo Capri Sun to lose their account. Option number 2 is to do that. Option number 3, which is the more interesting option, is to make a second account. In the long run, this would probably be the best option, but there are some downsides to doing this. Upsides would be that I would not only eventually get my 15-minute plus uploading time back, I would also get my monetization back, meaning I could potentially become a partner at some point in the future. These are all good things, and I had been thinking of making a new account for almost a year now, ever since this monetization thing happened, but I decided not to because there really wasn't any need, because I still had my uploading times unrestricted, so really, doing it for money I felt was a very shallow thing to do. It would be very nice, but just for the money, it isn't what I started Let's Playing about. But if I could get it back, I'm not going to complain. So I'd get all of that stuff back, which would be really, really nice. Downsides would be that I'd say at least 40% of the 1,000+ subscribers I have are inactive, meaning they hit the subscribe button, maybe watched a couple videos for a little while, and now they don't watch videos anymore, which I'm not complaining about, but that would mean that switching over to an account means I would probably lose at least 400, 500 of my subscribers, at least, in the transfer, because not everybody would want to do that, because most of, like I said, 40% probably wouldn't get the message. Another portion would probably say, well, this guy sucks. He has to go through all this shit, and I have to hear his whining. I have to do all this, blah, 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 blah. I'm unsubbing and not subscribing to the new channel, which is your own decision. Quite honestly, I feel that I am being very level-headed about this, and I am not really whining. I am seriously discussing this because I don't know exactly what I should do and what the best course of action is. Also, I would have to upload every single video again. All 500 videos. And also, some videos would be lost because some of them are not backed up. All of my main series are backed up. Most of my miscellaneous videos are not. Actually, generally all of the miscellaneous videos are not. So, I'd lose a lot of videos. I am at like 513, 14 videos as of now. I'd probably be down to around 450, which really isn't too much, but that's 45 videos of content gone. Like the Legend of Zelda 4 Sword Adventures co-op with randomized would be gone. I don't have that saved on backup. So that would be gone. I'd lose all the miscellaneous videos like the Battlefield 3, the Halo footage, the Call of Duty footage, the Smash Bros footage. All of that would be gone. That would be a downside. So that's kind of where I stand with this. Those are my 3 options. I really don't want to have to do option number 1. Option number 2 is possible, though it would be annoying, but I would do it. Option number 3 for myself would be the best option, though it would be very, very annoying in the beginning for both myself and for all of you. I also wouldn't be able to upload every video I have until that time limit came back on the new account, so I'd have to wait and sit on my ass for that to happen. So yes, that is where all that stands. Another issue I wanted to talk about, and this is just the cynic in me talking, and the paranoid parrot in me talking. Part of me wants to believe that none of this would have happened if one specific thing never happened. And like I said, this is just me being cynical, because honestly, I think this would have happened eventually, regardless, but maybe not as soon. Yeah, on video 7, the one that got struck and taken down, for a while, there had been people commenting saying things such as, I don't know how you're able to keep uploading videos like these because everybody else I know has their videos being taken down. So it's really strange that you're still able to upload this. So be careful of copyright strikes. Or I don't know if you know this, but people have had their videos being taken down of Persona 4 Arena. So I just want to let you know, because you don't seem to know what's going on. Guys, I've been on YouTube for 2 years now, more than 2 years. I already knew that this was a game that came out at launch. I freaking knew the risks of doing this. I also didn't know other people's content was being taken down because, quite frankly, I didn't need to look at it. I have the game myself. The purpose of this is really more for people who, especially Persona 4 Arena, because it's not really necessary as a walkthrough. You don't need a walkthrough for a fighting game. I was doing it because I love the series. I wanted to share that with all of you, because I know a lot of you, friend of mine, for example, can't get the game because they don't have a PS3 or an Xbox. So I wanted to share it with you. I wanted to put the story for those of you who can't get access to the game itself, because walkthrough is not necessary for a fighting game. Also, well, I didn't need to know that was happening. I already knew that was going to happen. Like I said, I ran the risks. I knew it was going to happen to people. I was just lucky that I avoided it for so long. But half of me wants to believe that was just a coincidence that happened, and it probably was. But another half of me wants to believe that if none of you made a big deal about it, it wouldn't really have happened, at least not so soon. Or at the very least, not episode 7. It probably should have been episode 8 if it happened that day. Because within 20 minutes, seriously, within 20 minutes of getting some of those comments on that video, I got the copyright strike. Within 20 freaking minutes, I got an email to my email address saying that video has been removed due to copyright infringement charges posed by Atlas. Which, touche Atlas, you got me. I can't do anything about that because you guys have every right. I'm not blaming any of you, but I'm saying that it wasn't really much of a big deal that you all had to start yelling about it in the comments. And the best part was that people started doing that in other videos because they couldn't do it on video 7 anymore. Like video 8 was getting comments like that. Videos 4 and 5 were getting comments like that. So I said, fuck it. I'm taking the videos completely down. And I am done with this whole situation. I'm done with the bullshit. I'm done with it. It's my own fault, but at the same time, it got blown completely out of proportion because like I said, that's just the cynic part of me talking, the cynic paranoid part of me talking. Because honestly, it probably was just a big coincidence. But I'm human. I want to see things in situations that aren't exactly there. So that is where we stand. I do not know exactly what the best course of action is, so I wanted to ask opinions of what you guys think would be the best course of actions. Ultimately, it will still be my decision, but I would like to get a feel for what my audience has to say. And if any of you, and I'm warning you this now, because I was like this in the beginning when I first started. I didn't want to have to deal with people hating or any bashing in the comments or private messaging or anything like that, because I have gotten hate mail. I have gotten comments on videos that were hateful or bashing. In the very beginning of my Let's Playing career, I blocked those people because I didn't want to have to deal with it. For quite a while, I have not bothered doing so. But for this one situation, if any of you decide to be a little bit acidic, I suppose is the best word to use, do not be alarmed if suddenly you cannot access my account or any other accounts, because quite frankly, I don't want to have to deal with it. And I don't want to have to deal with anybody wanting to disrupt what's going on and trying to be very, very hateful in a situation where I do need advice. Well, not advice, but I do need opinions. So that's where we stand. I need to end this video now before I cross 15 freaking minutes. And that's that. This is the Musical Gamer signing off. I'll see you guys when all this trouble is finished, and a verdict has been reached. Till then. Oh, FYI, I will not be uploading anything until a verdict is reached about this.